Hey everybody, welcome to GGS Railways. My name is Greg. This is my YouTube channel. All right, what are we doing today? Well, we're going to do another one of those segmented videos where we do segments, and that's going to be kind of cool. I think you guys seem to have enjoyed that before. If you have comments on the format or whatever, drop it in the comments. All right, so just did the welcome. So all right, next we have mail call, and we have one email, and I printed the email because I'm old. All right, mail call. All right, so we have a email here, and it looks like it is from Sharon. And it looks like Sharon is from Washington. All right, so it says here, "Hi GGS Railways team." Well, just for the record, this is our team. All right, I'm Sharon from Washington. I just wanted to drop you a quick note to say thanks for the amazing content on your YouTube channel. Your videos are not only super entertaining, but also packed with great information. I'll give you your money later, Sharon, for the glowing accolades. I really appreciate the effort and passion you put into each one. Well, I do actually put a lot of work and a lot of passion into each one. All right. I also wanted to mention that there are a lot of us women who love watching your comment. It's fantastic to see a traditionally male-dominated hobby being enjoyed by such a diverse group of people. Now, the reason I laughed at that, and I'm not laughing at you, Sharon, is I got a very similar comment at the last train show we went to, just reminding me that, 40% of my demographics, 40% of the folks that visit my channel are in fact female. So, all right, thank you. Thank you. We will definitely keep that in mind. I promise you we will. All right, so it goes on to say, your videos have inspired many of us to dive into the world of railways and model trains, and that's pretty awesome. I would agree. That is more than awesome. That's really, really awesome. All right, keep up the great work, and I'm looking forward to more amazing videos from you all. Best wishes, Sharon. Well, thank you, Sharon. We appreciate that. So, all right, so, if you guys have a comment, a suggestion, want to send us a mail, whatever, here's the information to do that. All right, that brings us to the update section. All right, so as I just mentioned, we went to a train show in Pearland, Texas over this last weekend, and we didn't take a lot of money, but we came back with some mighty cool stuff. So the video where we kind of premiere the stuff is out there, but I'll just give you a little glimpse right here. We got the Lionel 2056 Hudson, and then a Lionel 205 Alco Diesel. And I'm just here to tell you, both are awesome. Both are really awesome. So, all right, let's see what else we got there. So that brings us to the unboxing portion of the video, and let's get started with that. All right, this is not going to be your typical unboxing because there's not a lot to see, but in these boxes that I have behind me here, we have two switches. I'm going to show you guys up close here what we're doing. We're going to replace these antique IVES tracks and IVES switches with some modern Lionel tracks, which might be a little more friendly. What we found is these antique IVES switches, while they are very, very cool and probably from the early 1900s, they do not function well. They do not function well at all. As a matter of fact, they are warped. They just need a lot of help. And I just think that probably for the safety of our rolling stock and our locomotives and so forth, I think we're just gonna go with a more conventional, newer, actually brand new, right-hand switch. We need two of them so we can split off and go into our train shed here. But anyway, so we got two of these, and the other one is identical in the box. They are both new, supposedly never used rather, never used. And so that ought to be pretty cool. These are the remote control ones, which means run a wire. But and they also got the manual feature. So all right, so we're gonna put those here on the track, or in the track, however you want to say it, and we're gonna see if perhaps we can finally get a locomotive or two to pull out of our train shed here and onto this main track. Now, we were able to do that before, but it did not work well. As a matter of fact, it worked so poorly and so hard on the train that I just chose to do it once, and that was it. So, all right, what else do we got here? So I think that's it on the unboxing. This brings us into the ongoing project section, which is ironic because this is the ongoing projects that we're going to talk about. Let's see, before we get into this though, let's talk about the wind-up section that we did on one of the last videos, and I went ahead and I wired some of the lights and so forth in, and we got all that lit up, and some of the buildings rewired. Now, interestingly, both the original bulbs these buildings came with were good. All I had to do was rewire the one house. So, all right, it works just fine. So that's always cool when you get a bulb in something from, the 1930s, and it still works. So, all right. Okay, so let's get to replacing this switch. Let's do this. All right, so I guess the first thing to do is to get down here on the ground and to get the old, and really, I do mean old, Ives switches out of here. So what we have here is a fast track transition piece that transitions it from the fast track connectors to the old style Lionel. So, all right, that's what we got. We're not going to reuse any of the Ives track. It turns out it is quite quite warped and quite unfriendly. So, yeah. So, all right. So, this one's going to go here. I've had some nightmares, some thoughts, however you want to say it, that is my G-Skill going to clear this, but I guess we'll see here soon enough. So, all right, let's see here. So, I'm trying to get this in here, and it's not going. Why aren't you going, bud? Why aren't you going? All right. Yep, I think I got it. I got it. I think I do. All right. Yeah. So that's going pretty good. Wow, that is really tight and really new. So, all right. Very cool. So that, I guess that's one of the advantages of using some new stuff is that it's really tight. We don't probably have to worry about it coming apart anytime real soon. So, all right, I'm gonna have to get my transition piece out here to get a little bit more leverage going here, because somehow I'm not being able to get this snapped in just exactly the way that I think it ought to go. So, all right, that looks pretty good, I think. All right, then we got this other transition piece. I'm gonna go ahead and snap that out, because I think we're gonna find that we have the same problem with that one. So, all right, here we go. All right. Man, this is not easy. Not easy at all. So, all right. Got a brand new fast track adapter piece, and we got a brand new switch. And I'm here to tell you, between the two, it is mighty tight right here. All right, so I think I got it. Very cool. So now we can go ahead and snap this back in. And I have some other keep me up at night type worries here, but we'll talk about those here in a minute. It's all right. So I was worried that maybe this wouldn't be exactly the same as this. One of the issues that I had, and the reason that we're using the old style switch here, is because I could not find, and perhaps I just overlooked it or was just being weird that day or whatever, but I couldn't find an 027 switch for fast track. So if they make one, well, I didn't see it. So, all right. So, okay. So let's see here. So this is going to be interesting. This may screw up our entire geometry. So, all right. So we got that guy. We're not going to reuse any of the Ives track here, because, as I said earlier, it just turned out to be real problematic. Wow, I can't talk. So, all right, we're going to have to go in there and find some 027 track, which we ought to have about 10 tons of. So, all right, let's see here. So, I believe this was just this. Yep. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so I was beginning to think I didn't have any 027 straight track here, which would have been really a bizarre situation, because I generally have it running out of my ears. And man, did I find some nice stuff. I don't even know where this came from, but man, this looks brand new. I like this a lot. I'm going to say it actually is brand new. My goodness, as in never been used. I don't mean like brand new. I mean obviously it's not brand new. It's all right. So being brand new, it's going to be a little difficult to get this together, I'm afraid, but we can do it. All right, here we go. Wow, I forgot how tight that track was when it's new. All right, so the thing is, this is not going to allow me enough space to go all the way into the train shed. What we're going to wind up doing probably is cutting a piece, but probably not today. Although, I don't know, maybe. Maybe. Let's see. So, what we could probably do, it looks like, is we could cut it at that tie, but we're just not going to do that today. How about that? For what we're going to do today, this will be just fine. So, all right. Very nice. Wow. So, all right, I do have one little problem I'm going to have to address here, but I don't think that it'll be anything too complex. So, what my problem is here is that my all my rails are going to be touching this building, so I'm going to have to do a piece of tape or something. We'll figure that out here in a minute. Let's go ahead and get these other tracks laid out. So I got 3 there, so I guess we'll use probably 3 here as well, and hopefully this will wind up working out on the spacing of the doors, because with the old tracks it worked out perfectly, but since these are new, all bets are off on all the geometry. So all right. Let's see here. All right, there we go with that. And then this is what I'm talking about right here. We have to really probably customize the heck out of this guy. All right, so my track. Good thing we didn't go cutting track, because I think it just changed. All right, so let's see here. So let's see here. This is gonna work by the hair of my chinny chin chin, I do believe. Oh man, stuck on the tie there or something. So all right, let's go ahead and just move it all the way that way. That way we got room here to do what we want, and then we will come back and fine tune everything. So all right, there we go. So all right, this is a maybe, a big maybe on if this is actually going to work or not. But I think it will. I think it will. We're just gonna have to split the difference here between these guys, and I think that's about like that. Let's see, maybe a little more. So all right, so that's interesting. So my door here is door here's kind of in my way a little bit here. So all right, probably spring it open a little bit more than what it's designed to be, but since it was bent when we got it, I think it's probably gonna be okay. So all right, let's see. About a finger there, I got more than a finger there, like scientific measurements. All right, so now the only big thing I see possibly is that we're going to need to get some tape here. So let's get that, and then hopefully this is going to work as I think it will, and we'll see here in a minute. So all right, let me get all this cleaned up, and we'll get everything else out, get the tape on our tracks here. Looks like this guy actually isn't straight. That's maybe as good as we're going to get it. Wow, that brand new track is shiny. So all right, let me get this cleaned up and I'll be right back. All right, everybody. A lot of work, but man, here we are. So we got Thomas on one track, and then we got an actual Ives locomotive on the other track. And we believe that this train shed here is actually made by Ives, but we've not been able to prove or disprove that. So until we disprove it, we're going to say that it is. So all right, who's ready to see an Ives train from the early 1900s come out of this train shed? I'm ready. Let's do it. All right, we got a little bit of an issue where that fast track conversion happens to the tubular track, but you can work that out, or we can possibly, like I was talking about earlier, maybe just look into getting the other type of switch. All right, so who wants to see Thomas come out the training shed? Because I do. Let's do that. All right, who's ready to see Thomas come out? I'm super excited. This is so cool. It's like one of the newest locomotives that we have and one of the oldest locomotives that we had came out of this shed. So let's check this out. Let's do it. Ready, Thomas? All right, let's go. All right, Thomas. How about that? All right, guys, we have accomplished what we came here to do. We were able to incorporate a couple of switches, track switches, and able to get the trains to come out the train shed and join this main track. Now, once again, I'm not exactly thrilled with the way that fast track mount mated up with that switch, but yeah, something to work on in the future, I guess. All right, on to the next thing. All right, so that brings us to the closing. That's the last segment of this video. All right, so let's talk about the holidays for just one moment. So all right, for the holidays, what I'm going to try to do, and I'm going to strive to do, is I'm going to get some new content out on a pretty regular basis. I won't say every day, although that would certainly be an admirable goal. The videos actually take a lot more work than you guys probably realize, and sometimes the editing just by itself can take a couple of days. So it just depends on what it is. But I'm going to try to do that, and I think what I'm going to try to do, just as kind of a preview, is I'm going to go back and look at some of the very first videos I made. And we showed some really nice stuff, but I wasn't very good at making videos. As a matter of fact, some of them I didn't talk. It was text. It was not too great. So anyway, I'm just thinking that would be a good idea to go back and kind of remake some of those, and we can certainly do a lot better job now. So all right, so that's the holidays. So scheduling. So all right, the scheduling for the foreseeable future, especially the holiday season, is I want to try to put out, like I just said, as much as I can. Schedule won't be a specific schedule because my life just won't allow it to be just a routine thing, because I do have 2 full-time jobs. And that's just the icing on that cake. There's just a lot. So anyway, but my goal is, like I said, to put out as much as I can, so you guys have something to watch. So everybody feels like they are part of something this holiday season, even if it's our little train family. Now, I say little train family. I mean, we don't have a small family now. If you look at how many subscribers we have, and you know what? I've been made aware twice now in the same week that 40% of my viewers are female. So we will try to take that into account in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. So all right, guys. Well, you know what? I hope you guys have enjoyed this little project here with the double switches and so forth. That turned out to be a little more challenging than what I thought. I thought we were just going to slap down some switches, but it's never that easy. So all right, guys. Until next time, GGS Railways out.